Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever the time with you. So, I just want to educate us about this issue going on with the girl called Agbaje Achaya. She's a Nigerian girl, and that just expired or by recently. So, I want to tell us about the reproductive system of a girl child, especially the younger ones. So, in our reproductive tract, we have the the reproductive of a woman in front, and sorry, we have it behind, and we have the bladder. We have the bladder in front. So, the womb of a woman is actually like is on top of the bladder. So by the time the womb is getting bigger in case of pregnancy, it compresses the bladder. So they're like kissing one another, very close to one another. So when a child who is not matured, you know, is put in this family way, what's likely going to happen is that there will be close communication with the other organs around the reproductive part, the womb. And the major organ that is mostly affected is the bladder. So because of the immaturity of their womb, because they are young, they are children, if anything happens, like in case of pregnancy and the child, you know, the bones that is supposed to open and allow the passage of the child during childbirth, or even in pregnancy, in the last stage of pregnancy, those bones, the pelvic bones, they are not mature yet. So what's going to happen is that the head of the baby is going to be hanging, or any part of the baby is going to be hanging or trapped within the pelvic area. So that is why mostly the doctors or midwife will suggest cesarean section. But that also depends on the pulse, the financial status of the parents or the child involved. Usually, rest on the parent. So if this child goes into labor and this ick happen, what's going to happen is that the passage, which is the vaginal passage, is going to break into the bladder passage, because there will be thinning, there will be stretching, there will be tearing. So that's why you see in the states where they have a lot of teenage pregnancy, they have what they call vesico vaginal fistula. What it just means is that there's a link between the vagina and the bladder. The bladder, or the urine passage, which is the urethra. This is a serious problem. It's a serious problem when the major effect is that when this person is passing stool or urine will be entering the vagina. And sometimes it can even be complicated that the rectum, where stool is coming from, can also get compressed in that process, and that is going to lead to the poo-poo that's supposed to be coming from the rectum. It will be leaking into the vagina or be leaking into the bladder, and this is a complete mess. We're talking of infection here, and that's the major cause of mortality for this category of people. It happened in elderly too. Maybe like if the doctor is advising you, this labor, the child is big, you're bigger than your pelvic outlet, and maybe they are the ones that believe, oh, not my portion, I shall deliver by like the Igbo women, and they don't consent to surgery, and that child continue to rest in those areas, in those perimeters, very down in the pelvic area or the perineal area. So it's going to erode those lining and then thinning and then breaking into fistula, which is a leak between those organs, and the complication, infection, sepsis, fever, and all those signs of infection begin to manifest. But it's common in children who go through sexual molestation. I begin to see from my statistics, I know they don't report so much in Nigeria, but when you go to countries that get it together, this is a serious crime. They don't even wait till that individual commit that crime. Before they commit the crime, the investigators, the police, the FBI, they track down these perpetrators before they perfect the act. But it's not like that with us. A lot of children have been suffering. A lot of children have gone through, this abuse, not only physical suffering, psychologically. A lot of them grow up to be wayward children because they have been damaged. How can we be a people that are damaging our own children? And unfortunately, we even see that mothers are they are the ones who pamper, or who not that they orchestrate it, but they are custodian of all this nonsense. They don't want their husband to be called out. They don't want their boyfriend to be called out. They prefer their children to be molested instead of calling them out. And I know, I'm very much aware that in this child situation and in some other situation, it's because of poverty. Because when a man who cannot even take care of, feed himself, get one wife, get another one, and start, laying children all over the state, all over the community, and cannot take care of those children. And then the onus is on this woman to take care of the children and still go to work and prepare for them. So what's going to happen is that this woman is going to leave the child to a neighbor, or leave the child to a school system to take care of, where she run after, financing the home. And these are the children that are vulnerable to this kind of a thing. How wicked can a man be? You look at a child that is not old enough to be your own child. Sometimes not even old enough to be your grandchildren. And you lay with these children and destroy their life, destroy their health, and eventually cut their life short. This is unpardonable. This is wickedness to the core. So this child has just gone, just been a victim of this pedophile, and I've lost a life. How can a reasonable human being, in his right sense, continue to enjoy living, knowing that you are the one that caused this child to lose their life? Parents, we need to arise. We need to advocate for our children. We need to be on the watch. Because there are so many crazy men out there. So many men that you feel that, do they really have sense? Do they have conscience? You see a child who is led by himself, by parents who are careless, and you prey on that child. An innocent child. No wonder our community is so polluted. With so hungry, malbehaved children, because of the trauma they are carrying, because of the experience they have gone through in life. How can we raise a healthy society with this kind of children suffering and going about their business? When you see 10 girls, you can't imagine how many of them have been molested. And nothing is done in the society. If the perpetrator has more money, will probably shut up the mouth of the law, the law bearers. He can buy his way out from the law, from this legal system. He can buy his way out from the police system, and all kind of nonsense like that. Because we can't keep quiet. I will not say because, oh, my children is not, it doesn't affect my children, so it's none of my business. But this is a community of over 200 million people. It's not a joke. We can't continue to allow this nonsense to go on in our society. It's going to affect everybody. Because that child is going to grow up as an angry human being. And it's going to affect every life, every sector of our lives. Don't we fear God? Don't we fear God? You see all these children coming to the hospital suffering, passing stool from all kind of places. Some of them have to go through operation 1, 2, 3 times, have to be, being injected, being, punctured here and there, going through all kind of blood tests, all kind of suffering because of a stupid human being. I think we mothers, we need to educate our children, especially our boy children. And sometimes these people, they are men, they are grown-up men. What is all this nonsense about? Somebody have to pay for this so that others will learn. And I hope that our justice system do great service to this case on ground. A lot of people have gone scot-free with this act. Fathers molesting their children, uncles molesting their nieces, and all kind of nonsense. Even neighbors. And then we want to shush it up. I don't want them to hear. This is going to continue if no deterrent is established. If people are not punished to serve as deterrent for others, this nonsense is going to continue. We need to put an end to it. And this kind of a community cannot be prosperous, because when blood is being shed innocently upon innocent children, that kind of a nation can never know peace. So if you feel that it's none of my business, I'm not affected, it's going to affect you in one way or the other, because justice will come. If it doesn't come, by human, it's going to come by divine, and nobody will be spared. We can't just keep quiet and see all this going on years after years. Immediately, these people leave Nigeria and go across the border, they start to pick them up. They start to nip them. Go and find out how many men are behind bars in advanced nations, because what they've been doing in Nigeria and be going scot-free, they go over there, they don't go scot-free. How can we be a nation that tolerates nonsense? Killing our children, exposing them as a sacrificial lamb for all those wicked men to prey on. Nobody cares, because it's not mine. We need to have a different approach to situations like this. We need to speak up for the vulnerable. We need to speak up for the voiceless. We need to speak up for the children in our care and children in our community. We need to stand up for them. So this girl, Ashanya Agbaye, a 13-year-old who had been molested by the uncle she was staying with, just lost her life. Just lost her life. A girl that was looking for education told her mother, "Mom, I want to go to school." And because the mom cannot afford to keep her at home and provide for her, say, "Okay, go and stay with your uncle and your aunt, and they're going to train you. They're going to They're going to support you, and I'm going to do the little I can. This girl was looking for a better future. She wanted to get education. She wanted to get a better financial state for herself and for her family. And some wicked human being took advantage of that girl, and in the process, she lost her life. How much more this has been going on in the villages, in the remote places that we don't even know of, is happening. And you think that God is happy? There's so many bloodshed in the community. And that's what is affecting us. It's affecting us. We need to speak up. We need to demand justice for Achanya. Let it not slide. If you are a man, a real father, if you are a woman, a real mother, we're going to demand justice for Achanya. And we're going to stop all these perpetrators, all these pedophiles in our society. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. A lot of women they grow up with trauma in their life. A lot of them have problems in their marriage because of what they experience as a child. Mothers, we need to train our boys. You don't just jump on a girl. You don't just take advantage of a woman because you are physically strong. You have the power to overcome them. And if our justice system do the work they are supposed to do, I mean, these will have been a thing of the past. Everybody needs to arise to their duty so that we can have a sane society. So this is what I see going on. Not only with Achanya, for so long it's been going on. I mean, I grew up in that society. I know what I experienced. Some of them I told my parents, some of them I couldn't even tell them. Even in the church, pastors, Sunday school teachers, youth leaders, our children are exposed to all these wicked people. Please, parents, we need to stand up for them. Authorities, police, justice, court system, we have to stand up for these children. And parents especially, we have to watch over our children. We have to train them in the right way so that this nonsense can stop in our society. It's really, really, it's really something to be ashamed of. It's annoying. Please, let's seek for justice for Achanya so that this nonsense can stop in our society. Have a good day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.